check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. Erislandy Lara called out Errol, Spence, and Canelo after his fight. We obviously know he won a rematch with Canelo after he took the fight with Canelo's brother and beat the hell out of him. But let's focus on him calling out Errol Spence. And most people saying now that people calling out Errol Spence in different weight classes that he is the cash cow. And that's what people focus on. They don't focus on accomplishments, belts won. It's a popularity contest. The first thing when motherfucker call Errol Spence out, you come out your mind is not how you match up with Lara, but it comes out motherfuckers' mind, oh, he a cash cow now. So we back, Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Share the videos, all right? And just talk about the matchup. To me, that's a tough matchup right now for Errol. Even if he thought about going up to 54, it's kind of a guy with a style that he hasn't fought yet. And that's what makes the Crawford matchup interesting for Errol Spence. Is, we haven't seen him in there with a guy that has the fluidity and the movement and the experience and the seasoning of a Lara or a Crawford. Once he shows that he could beat one of those slick fighters and he could dismantle and stop one of those guys, then I think the hype it becomes valid. It's no longer hype. He is the truth. But the Lara fight, people think the Lara fight, he'll just run through Lara. Nobody ran through Lara. Only guy I really seen beat the hell out of Lara for real was Jared Hurd, and Carlos Molina beat him up. But he got a gift in that one. So Lara ain't no easy fight because Lara can box, and he'll keep Errol on the outside, or try to keep Errol on the outside, and he'll be difficult for Errol to track down. Now, that's the type of fighter where you want to see if Errol's footwork is as good as advertised, which I think he is one or two best fighters at cutting the ring off. He can cut the ring off on Lara, and he really, really strong. He can beat Lara and put Lara on the ropes and kind of do to Lara what he did to Lamont Peterson. I don't care about how old Lara is. It's never been done before. Hurd has some success, but Hurd didn't dismantle Lara. It wasn't systematically breaking him down with skills. It was, I'm bigger than you and I'm a bully you. And we know for a fact Errol Spence will not move up and physically be as big and strong as Lara like Hurd was. You know what I'm saying? The size discrepancy won't be as large. And I don't care what none of you do say. It'll be way more equal. It'll be closer to equal than it was with Hurd for Lara fighting Errol Spence. And if Errol Spence is able to dismantle a guy like Lara, who really good skill guy, they both southpaw, so it'll look a little bit ugly. Lara will look to move the ring, and people say, well, Carlos Castanos was able to, make Lara fight in that fight. And what I say to that is, Lara's now with Ishmael Salas, and also, Lara, you don't know with these older fighters. Sometimes you think they done, like Pusha T say, you really don't know. Sometimes they look done. If you told me about Pascal, remember him getting his head beat in by Kovalev, I thought he would be done. But hey, when you get older, when you roll out the bed, sometimes you feel like $1 million. And other days you feel old as hell. And maybe on that particular Saturday, it may be like for Lara, he might feel like $1 million and give Errol a run for his money. I was speaking on the Garcia video. If I don't drop it now, I got coming. I was speaking on the Garcia in the Garcia video, like Eric Morales, he was still having his days. He still was giving Madonna and Danny Garcia a run for their money. So, well, older fighters, you really don't know until you do know. But I think that's a competitive fight, especially if you're telling me that's going to be his introduction to 54. I'll give Lara an opportunity to beat him. If he beats Sean Porter in impressive fashion and he move up and fight Lara tomorrow or after that, like I said before, ain't no guarantees he just going to beat the shit out of Lara. He ain't fought nobody that's going to use lateral movement. Even though Lara a 1-2 fighter, Lara got good size. He got good rhythm. It'll be a difficult fight. He will be favored, Errol Spence moving back up to 54. But it'd be an interesting fight. I would expect Errol Spence to have a tough time with Lara. Not like to the point where he be struggling, sweating bullets, but I expect him to have a tough time. Now, if he was to beat the hell out of Terrence Crawford before then and beat that style and prove that he can dismantle that style before then, I don't think Erislandy Lara will stand a chance. Not saying that he Bud or Bud is Erislandy Lara, but just the movement and the slick move. He ain't want the Kell Brook guy that don't look comfortable moving fluid and you can hit. This ain't no Algieri, guy who can't punch and just easy to hit that's moving up. This ain't Lamont Peterson who ain't had the legs that he once had because he was older and he was rusty. This ain't Mikey fighting to survive and surviving the fight. This ain't even Sean Porter, Sean Porter ain't no good boxer on the back foot. I don't know why he did that versus Yugas. These are two of the most square business boxers at, 54 and 47. And not saying that Errol couldn't do it. It'd be interesting. People think Errol just going to go to 54 and beat those guys. I don't think he just going to demolish them dudes at 54, let alone people talking about going to 160 and beating up a Canelo. A lot of them dudes got more experience than Errol as far as boxing experience. A lot of these motherfuckers done lost. They got knocked out. They didn't hit the canvas. They don't have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? And people going around saying, Errol is this huge welterweight. No, the fuck he ain't one of the bigger welterweights I done seen. I done seen Paul Williams. I done seen Trinidad. I done seen, it was another guy. Margarito was another big one. It was Tommy Hearns was a big one. He ended up at cruiserweight. Trinidad ended up at 68. In the grand scheme of things, it's a fucking fabrication when people say Errol Spence is a big welterweight. He's not one of the most biggest welterweights I done seen. He not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. He not this hawkish biggest welterweight. And I was listening to an interview that Christopher Colbert did. He called something Prime Time Now. He said he ain't even that big. He not that big of a welterweight. Once you look at the grand scheme of things, people buy into the narrative because you don't know the history or a little bit of history about boxing. It's been some big fucking welterweights. Sugar Ray Leonard was a big fucking welterweight. And he ended up fighting Marvin Hagler at middleweight. And I believe he went up to super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't no big fucking welterweight. He got a nice size. He probably the biggest welterweight today. But in the grand scheme of things, it's been bigger. It's been guys that fought at that division and ended up at cruiserweight. But, Lara tonight, he looked better. He didn't fight nobody but what other night. He didn't fight nobody. I seen the highlights on PBC YouTube page. But Ramon Alvarez. But all I'm saying is this is not going to be a cakewalk for Errol if he was to do it next. Now, if you tell him he go out there and beat the shit out of Pacquiao or beat the shit out of Terrence and then move up like next year sometime, then I'd expect him to dismantle Lara. But it ain't no easy fight. Lara's still a difficult fight for guys. You know what I'm saying? But I would expect Errol, to equal it out, but it ain't going to be easy. A lot of those guys got way more experience than Errol from a fighting standpoint. And they lost and they ain't got nothing to lose. But when they start saying your name and motherfuckers in other divisions start calling you out, now you are getting some clout. You are getting noticed. People are starting to respect you. People are starting to see, I can beat him. Now it's worth fighting him. So you can see the progression for when he supposed to be in this quote unquote boogeyman to now guys are open to fighting him. So, but for Lara, of all the shit you was talking, why he ain't moved up to 160? You know what I'm saying? But I think it's best for him to sit his sweet and sour ass down at 54 and wait for some of those 54 pounders to come up like Keith Thurman. 47 to come back up like Keith Thurman, Shine, and maybe you can get some of those guys. But, right now, I don't think Errol Spence really focused on him. But if they do fight, I think it'd be a good competitive fight. I would edge it to Errol. I think Errol eventually run away with it down the stretch. But Lara, a tough fight. He looking at angles, experience. That'd be a great fight for Errol Spence to segue into, trying to get all 4 belts and be undisputed at 54 at some point in his career. But let me know what you think about the Lara and Errol Spence matchup. I know Lara looking forward. Check in my Meek Mill voice. But don't forget, check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. website, promo code in the description. Appreciate that love, support, and don't forget we on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. All my information is in the description. And check out our playlist. We got a ton of them, boxing playlists, NBA, NFL, the whole nine, music, entertainment. And let me know what y'all think about a Lara and Spence matchup in the comment section.